everyone. I miss you. Do you want to know something that makes me really happy? I am really happy and I love when I see all of the pictures and videos of you guys doing all of your hard work at home. It makes me so happy. I'm so impressed. You guys are coloring, you are going on scavenger hunts, you're putting stories together, you're cutting, you're making crafts. I am just blown away at how incredible you guys are. I miss you guys so much and I cannot wait to go back to school and see you. Guess what? Today is kind of a special day. Do you know why? Well, first, what day is it? Yesterday was Thursday. So that means that today is Friday. Today is Friday. And it's a little special because it is our last day of school for a little bit. We are going to start our spring break tomorrow. Tomorrow is the first day of spring break. So I have a calendar here. It's kind of boring. There's not a lot of color. It's not fun like my calendar at school. But it still shows me the days of the week and the month that we're in. So who knows what month we're in right now? It's April. Can you believe it? I can't. It is April. And today is the third day of April. Would you like to see my boring calendar? Here is my boring calendar. It is the third day of April. Friday, April 3rd. And we have break all the way until my heart, because I love you guys. This is when we go back to school. This is when we will send you guys some more activities. The 14th of April. Today is the 3rd, and we have off from school until the 14th. Oh my gosh, how many days is that? Can you count with me? Because it looks like a lot. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then we're back at school. 10 days off, and then we have school. Oh my gosh, 10 days? What are you going to do? Will you go on hikes? Will you ride your bike? Will you play with chalk? Will you watch a movie? Will you play a board game? Oh, I cannot wait to hear all about your spring break. I hope you have a lot of fun with your mommies and daddies and your brothers and sisters. And I hope you stay nice and safe and you stay home so that we can come to school again. Today, to end this week before spring break, I want to read you a story. And this story is about wanting a pet. What's a pet? Do you know? A pet is when you have an animal that lives at home with you. You take care of this animal and it becomes part of your family. I don't have a pet. I'm not allowed to have one here. But my mommy and daddy, they have a pet dog at home. So when I go home to see them, I get to see their pet dog. Do you have a pet dog? If you have a pet dog, can you send me a picture of you and your pet dog? Do you have a pet cat? Miss Leah has a pet cat. Her name is Gert. If you have a pet cat, take a picture with her. Send us a picture. Do you have a pet bird? Miss Judy has a pet bird. Take a picture with your pet bird. Send it to us. Do you have a pet fish? I know Miss Laura has a pet fish at school, and I think she brought him home. If you have a pet fish, take a picture. Send it to us. You could have all different kinds of animals for a pet. You could have a hamster. You could have a turtle. My cousin had a pet turtle once. So if you have a pet, let me know. I want to see. I don't have a pet. But if I wanted one, I would go to the pet store. But where is another place that you see lots of animals? Not just pets, all kinds of animals. You go there and it's just all animals. Starts with a Z. The zoo. When you go to the zoo, you see all kinds of animals, lots of them. So this book is about writing a letter to the zoo. What's a letter? I know letters are, A, B, C. We call them letters, but if you write a letter to somebody, that means you're going to write some words on a piece of paper and send it to them in the mail. So if you were to write your mommy a letter, you would put, "Dear Mommy," and then write what you want to say. You could say, "I love you so much. I love when you make me mac and cheese. It is my favorite thing to eat. Love," and you put your name. If I wrote a letter to my mommy, I would write, "Dear Mommy." You know what? I'll write one with you. Here's my paper, my pencil. I will put, "Dear Mommy." What should I write my mommy? Maybe I'll tell my mommy that I love when she makes me grilled cheese because it's so delicious. So I'm going to put, "Dear Mommy, I love when you make me grilled cheese." Maybe I'll tell her that she is the best. You are the best. And I'll draw her a little picture. Love, Kim. Here is my letter to my mommy. "Dear Mommy, I love when you make me grilled cheese. You are the best. Love, Kim." So that's a letter that you would write and send in the mail. This book is about writing a letter to the zoo. Dear Zoo. Try not to get a glare. I wonder what they're going to say. I wrote a letter to the zoo. Dear Zoo, I really want a pet. Can you send me one? They did. They sent me a big yellow box. A big yellow box. It says, "From the zoo." Very heavy. Wonder what's in it. Should I open the big yellow box? Open the big yellow box. Okay. The zoo sent me an animal. They sent me an elephant. What did you hear? They sent me an elephant. Whew. That is too big. So I put the elephant in the box and sent him back. No, thank you. I cannot have an elephant as a pet. I wrote the zoo a letter. Dear Zoo, I cannot have a pet elephant because he's too big. I want a pet. Can you send me one? So they sent me a tall green box. A tall green box. It says, from the zoo. Fragile. If something is fragile, that means you must be careful because it could break. From the zoo. Fragile. I wonder what they sent me. Should I open the tall green box? Okay. Open the tall green box. Oh boy. They sent me an animal. They sent me a giraffe. What did you hear? A giraffe. Oh my goodness. He is too tall. So I put him back in the box. He is too tall. No, thank you, Zoo. And I sent him back. I wrote the zoo a letter. Dear Zoo, I cannot have an elephant as a pet because he's too big. I cannot have a giraffe as a pet because he's too tall. I want a pet. Can you send me one? So they sent a red box. They sent a red box from the zoo. Danger. What does danger mean? Danger means that it's not safe. If something isn't safe, I wonder if it would be a good pet. Should I open the red box to see? Okay, open the red box. They sent me a lion. What did you hear? They sent me a lion. That is dangerous. He is too fierce. You are fierce. That means you are dangerous. You are strong. You could hurt me. Uh-oh. I put the lion in the box. No, thank you, Zoo. I sent him back. I sent the zoo a letter. Dear Zoo, I cannot have an elephant as a pet because he's too big. I cannot have a giraffe as a pet because he's too tall. I cannot have a lion as a pet because he is too fierce and dangerous. I want a pet. Can you send me one? So they sent me a big blue box. A big blue box. From the zoo with care. I want you to be gentle. If you're handling something with care, you're going to be gentle and nice. Do you know what that is? I don't know yet. Should we take a peek and see? Maybe we can just take a peek and we'll get a hint. Peek. What did you see? Show you again. Ready? Take a peek. I see a hump on that animal. What animal has a hump? I'm thinking back to our song from last year about Sally the camel. Remember, Sally the camel has 5 humps. Sally the camel has 5 humps. Sally the camel has 5 humps. So ride, Sally, ride. Boom, 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 boom. How many humps does this camel have? Let's see. He has 1 hump. Look at his face. He looks a little annoyed. They sent me a camel. He was too grumpy. So I sent him back. I put him back in the box. No, thank you, zoo. I sent the zoo a letter. Dear Zoo, I cannot have an elephant as a pet because he's too big. I cannot have a giraffe as a pet because he's too tall. I cannot have a lion as a pet because he's too fierce and dangerous. I cannot have a camel as a pet because he's too grumpy. I want a pet. Can you send me one? So they did. This time they sent a round brown basket. A round brown basket from the zoo. This one doesn't say anything. I wonder what's inside. Should I open the round brown basket? Okay. Open the round brown basket. Oh my gosh. They sent me a snake. They sent me a snake. I could have a snake as a pet, but he's too scary. I don't like snakes. They scare me. I don't want my pet to scare me. He is too scary. I put him back in the basket and sent him back. No, thank you, zoo. I wrote the zoo a letter. Dear Zoo, I cannot have an elephant as a pet because he's too big. I cannot have a giraffe as a pet because he's too tall. I cannot have a lion as a pet because he's too fierce and dangerous. I cannot have a camel as a pet because he is too grumpy. I could have a snake, but I'm scared. I do not want a snake as a pet. But I want a pet. Can you send me one, please? So, they sent me another box. A little yellow box. They sent me a little yellow box from the zoo. I'm going to open the little yellow box. They sent me a monkey. What did you hear? A monkey. They sent me a monkey in the little yellow box. My goodness, but this monkey is too naughty. He would not listen. Maybe the monkey started swinging from your fan on your ceiling. Uh-oh. No, monkey, don't do that. Maybe the monkey was eating all of your bananas. No, monkey, don't do that. He is too naughty. He won't listen. So I put him back in the little yellow box and sent him back. No, thank you, Zoo. I wrote the zoo a letter. Dear Zoo, I cannot have an elephant as a pet because he's too big. I cannot have a giraffe as a pet because he's too tall. I cannot have a lion as a pet because he's too fierce and dangerous. I cannot have a camel as a pet because he's too grumpy. I cannot have a snake as a pet because he scares me. I cannot have a monkey as a pet because he's naughty. I want a pet. Can you send me one, please? So they did. This time, they sent me a little pink box. A little pink box. From the zoo. I'm gonna open the little pink box. I wonder what could be inside. Open the little pink box. They sent me a frog. The zoo sent me a frog. Could you have a frog as a pet? You could. But this frog is too jumpy. He is jumping from my table to the chair to the couch, on the floor, on the couch, on the chair, on the table. He is jumping, jumping, jumping everywhere. He is too jumpy. So I put him back in the box. No, thank you, Zoo. And I sent him back. I wrote the zoo another letter. Dear Zoo, I cannot have an elephant as a pet because he's too big. I cannot have a giraffe as a pet because he's too tall. Cannot have a lion as a pet because he's too fierce and dangerous. Cannot have a camel as a pet because he's too grumpy. I cannot have a snake as a pet because he's too scary. I cannot have a monkey as a pet because he's too naughty. I cannot have a frog as a pet because he's too jumpy. I really, really want a pet. Can you send me one, please? So they thought, what would be a good pet? Can you think of one? What would you want? I don't know. They thought very hard, and they sent me another basket. From all your friends at the zoo. Another basket. I wonder what's inside. Should I open the other basket? Okay, I'm going to open the other basket. The zoo sent me a pet. The zoo sent me a dog. Look, the zoo sent me a dog. And he is perfect. I love my pet dog. So I wrote the zoo a letter. Dear Zoo, I can't have an elephant as a pet because he's too big. No, thank you. I can't have a giraffe as a pet because he's too tall. I can't have a lion as a pet because he's too fierce and dangerous. I can't have a camel as a pet because he's too grumpy. I can't have a snake as a pet because he's too scary. I can't have a monkey as a pet because he's too naughty. I can't have a frog as a pet because he's too jumpy. I can have a dog as a pet because he's perfect. Thank you, Zoo. I love my new pet. The end. Would you want a pet elephant? Or maybe a pet lion? Or a pet camel? Or a pet frog? Or a pet snake? I don't know. If I could have a pet, I would want a pet dog. Let me know what you would want and send me your pictures with your pets. Have a very, 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 very lovely spring break. I hope it is full of sunshine and fun. I cannot wait to see you guys on the 14th. Goodbye.